What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming back and checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. I know there's a bunch of JK videos out there on how to replace the radiator on your JK, but I went ahead and I'm gonna have to do the radiator on this thing because the end tank on the driver's side is leaking. So I figured I'd just go ahead and record it, go as fast as I can. I guess my goal of this video is to show you just the key points on how to do this. Maybe it's a little bit different than the other YouTube videos out there. Hopefully be able to show you something you've never seen, like some of the tools that are going to help you do this really fast. I really hate doing anything that has to do with coolant. I really hate dealing with coolant. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got. So this is a pair of hose clamp pliers, and then the easy funnel, which is going to allow me to bleed it real quick. Just some Mopar coolant, and I went with a factory radiator. Okay, I didn't go with one of the aftermarket ones because the reviews on them are kind of up and down. Some of them say that the radiator only lasts, a year, 2 years. Well, this radiator that's in the Jeep right now has lasted 10 years, almost 200,000 miles. So I went ahead and decided to go with the factory one. And the prices, it's a little bit more pricey, but actually I got this one for 206 bucks, and it was on Amazon. And I'll leave that link down in the description box below. The other ones that are on there, they're like 120, 100. The ones you find at the parts stores, they're like 200 bucks also. So this is actually a pretty good deal on Amazon. Again, I'll just show you the key points to this and be as fast as I can and try not to waste any of your time. And I really appreciate you watching this video. So first thing first, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the OEM radiator. Okay, it does come with a new cap, so that's kind of a good thing. But if you look at the way this thing's made, it's gonna have some mounting holes here, down at the bottom, one here. I'm assuming this to hold the condenser in. I won't know until I actually get down in there. I've actually never done one of these on this Jeep before. And I went ahead with some Gates hoses. Since your hoses, they typically only last about, 10 years or something like that. That's typically when they start breaking down. But again, this is one of the game changers when dealing with coolant hoses, is one of these, and this would definitely speed you up the bleeding process. So, and on the back side, some more mounts. That's probably for the fans. Kind of notate where those are. What I do like about this is that this thing does not have the transmission cooler built in, which will save a lot of time and a big fat mess. Okay, so as far as the steps go, having one of these is definitely going to aid you. This is a panel popping tool, and basically what it's going to do, it's going to allow you to remove these like rivet style clips that you have here and like up here. But I know for a fact I'm going to go ahead and pull off the grill so we can get to the drain plug right here and start draining it into a bucket. And definitely going to end up removing this, taking this off, going to remove the intake, and then going to remove the fan. It's pretty much that simple. And then the fan itself is held on with some 10mm bolts probably, and the condenser is probably held on with some 10mm up front too. But I won't know until I get back in there. Alright, so we got the grill off, and the condenser itself, it is held on with a 10mm here. There's one down here. This is the radiator itself. It's just sitting on a pad. It's actually got like feet that are sitting down in this bracket right here. Same thing on this side. This is the radiator itself. It's just sitting down in a bracket. There's another 10mm down there we're going to have to get rid of. And one right here. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. It's kind of dark in there. So underneath the Jeep, here we go. Here's where the leak is at. It's right here. This intake right here is just leaking on the floor. These push pins right here, we're gonna have to remove those. So getting that panel popping tool in there to remove those through right there. That's basically clipping onto the fan. It's gonna go ahead and do this now before we just drop coolant all over us. And to get to the drain plug, it's probably a lot easier to try to get it from this corner right here. And then right behind this loom, it's right there. Get you some needle nose pliers and just turn that guy until it starts spilling all over your head. So get that going. Alright, so if you open the radiator cap up, it will flow quicker and make a fat mess. Oh yeah. I hate coolant. Hate it. So having one of these battery powered ratchets really makes things a lot faster. This is a Matco one, but Milwaukee makes some really good ones now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this hose real quick, get this out of my way. But I'm going to go ahead and show you this tool right here. This is going to help you like so much with these clamps right here, especially the one on the bottom you can't really get to. With this, I won't have to go underneath the car at all. I should be able to get under there, and the way it works is that it will clamp the clamps for me. It has two sides. This one will go deep, this one kind of goes shallow. And then when it does that, when you put pressure on it, it actually will, this thing will ratchet and hold it for you and hold the clamp open, okay, until you're ready to open it back up. So these things are awesome. Like the most frustrating thing about radiator stuff, cooling system stuff, to me is these clamps. I mean, they can be the biggest pains in the butt, but if you get anything from this video, it's going to be this right here, and how easy it is to actually use this. Okay, and so the first clamp there, and now we can just take the hose right off. So going underneath the car is going to be super duper easy. I'm just going to do all the clamps right now, let this spill all over the floor. Then I'll take this bottle out, and then this bottle right here, it just slides right out. And then I'll take the fan off. It's just those two 10mm bolts there, and it just lifts right out. These things are really cheap. They're like 20 bucks. Absolutely worth the money. Oh, it's actually an 8. A few wiggles, a few turns. There we go. Okay. A little bit of blood. Alright, so to get to these 8s, pretty much, you know, it's going to be a super pain in the butt. And I don't really like to turn wrenches. I like to just use the that's not going to really work very well. Focus in. And it's not going to work down here. I could probably, it's not going to work down here either. Could probably try to snake my way through there and snake my way through here to get to that one. But what I'm going to do is just loosen the radiator now. That's a 10mm, and the other side's a 10mm. See if I can move it and give myself some more room. This thing is awesome. Worth every penny. This is a little good spot for holding your sockets, working on your Jeep. Give me a little bit more room, especially up top. Definitely up top. So right here, you're going to have to use a ratcheting wrench. 8mm. Let's go old school, turn some wrenches. But usually a lot more clearance. Same thing on this side here. Where are you at? Alright, so I got the 4 bolts out. It's loose. Okay, and then I forgot to tell you that right here, there's a bracket right here. Okay, and there's an 8mm, like right down there. I have to pull these pins out real quick on both sides. Because the shield is sandwiched in between the condenser and the radiator. Alright, so you get these two undone. So we're on here to the corner. Here's a good point of view. This one, you're gonna have to get rid of this push pin here too. So it's gonna keep making a big fat mess. Once you get those push pins undone, the radiator should be hanging out kind of like this. And you're just gonna have to wiggle it back and forth until you can pull it right out. Go. Alright, that's what we look like with no radiator. Alright, and get your new one. I'm gonna slap the new one right in. I'm not gonna record myself putting it all back together. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip right to putting coolant in it and showing you how to use the quick funnel here, or the easy funnel. Alright, got it all back together. Now we're gonna put coolant in it and we're gonna bleed it. We're going to use the spill-free funnel. I'm going to show you how easy it is. It comes with a bunch of adapters for a bunch of different cars, so it's not vehicle specific or anything like that, but you do need to find the one that's going to fit on your radiator cap. And for the JK, it's going to be this one, and it's actually labeled down in there with the letter A. It's down in here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you have to find the corresponding adapter, and this one says A on it also, so there's an A right there on there, and you're just going to get that, stick it down in there. Stick that on here. You're going to turn it and put it on just like your radiator cap. Alright, make sure it's on there tight. Okay, let's take all your other adapters, put them away, and you just get the funnel out. Set it on there like that. And then all we have to do is, so the way this thing works, what this is for, this is pretty much just a stopper. So where you can actually fill it up and take the funnel off and it won't, drop or leak anything. So you'll see how this works in a second. So I'm going to pull it out and fill the thing with coolant and then start it up and let it warm up and let it bleed out the air. What we're going to do is we're going to fill this up to about halfway and you'll actually be able to see the bubbles start coming out of it. And what this does is this brings the coolant level above the radiator, and it will bleed it properly and a lot quicker than you trying to do it without it. Put a little bit of water in there, and you're gonna have to squeeze the upper hose, get some of that air out, get it to go down after a while. Looks like a lot of it's out. It's just kind of going up and down, up and down, up and down. This is about the point where you can go and start it and let it run. Alright, well that is it for this video. I'll leave links for the spill-free funnel, the hoses, the radiator. The radiator does work with the 3.6 motor also, and the 3.8. It has brackets for both on it. So that part there, it's a real good OEM part. I expect it to last a whole bunch more years. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comment box below. And please consider subscribing for me. And you guys take care, be safe, and have a great weekend. Later.